Hey everybody, thank you for joining me here this evening. I appreciate it. We are going to be continuing to level our evoker. I really want to see what the augmentation spec is about once that drops in 10.1.5. Because it's going to introduce a completely new role to the game, which is actually super exciting. So yeah, the first thing we have to do is we have to get this guy to max level, so that's what I'm going to start on today. It's going to be interesting because I don't know where we're at in the questing. I have no idea. And I haven't played much retail recently, so this is going to be an interesting start to resuming our leveling journey. We'll see how difficult or easy it is for me to get my feet back under me as someone who hasn't been playing a lot of retail.
What is your need? Our queen awaits. My queen, you took a mighty blow. I will call for aid.
I will be fine, Solistra. The eggs?
Rescued, safe. None remain in the clutches of the primalists.
I am happy to see that I arrived just in time.
Yeah boy, Alley Cats, Patrick, thank you guys for coming to hang out in the stream. Is this bright enough? It looked really dark a minute ago. I cranked the gamma up, and I think that's probably going to look a lot better. Especially because I know YouTube darkens things naturally.
I can help you thrive.
Rathian, you have my gratitude. Your aid was unexpected, but appreciated.
I've seen all these cutscenes before, so most of them I'll probably be skipping. Because I've played through all these on our shaman.
We call the strong to protect the weak.
Looks good, awesome. Pork Baby, thank you for the membership. I appreciate that. Welcome.
Hope.
Thank you for being here. Let's see, meet with Rathian at the Obsidian Bulwark.
Please, find Rathian. He will need your aid if we are to renew the Obsidian Oathstone.
Whitney, thanks for being here. Good evening to you. Alright, let's just keep following up on this. Like I said, I don't really know where we're at questing-wise. It's been a while since I've been on this character, so I'm just going to follow... I'm going to follow the quest objectives around, and we're just trying to level up, so it probably won't matter very much what we do or don't do right now. It's probably not going to matter what we do until we hit max level. Pork Baby, you liked the new immersive series? That's awesome. Thank you for checking it out.
I have gathered the Black Talon, and we are preparing to take back the Obsidian Citadel. Your presence on this mission is most welcome. The Drakthir are formidable soldiers.
What do you have to report? The Obsidian Citadel may hold secrets of my people's past. I would not miss a chance to reclaim it.
Oh, we have chapter skips already. Take me to the Obsidian Throne so that I may help there immediately. You know what? If they're doing skips, the way the game is designed, when they put these skips in, they want you to do them. So since we've already done all this stuff, like the long way, I'm gonna do the skips.
I know you are. I call upon your help at this time.
And now we're in an entirely different area.
To be aligned, friend.
Isn't retail
I
fun?
would be honored to have your continued support in our efforts.
What do you guys got go? Oh, your side quests. No, we're not doing side quests. All right.
Speak your mind.
I'm going to be loyal to the character that I've actually been around and whose story I've been following for like the past 10 years. So we're gonna go with Rathian. I'm not sure this is probably not gonna matter to us or this character at all.
Until next
But yeah, there we
I
go.
knew you would choose me. I shall await your delivery of a key below.
Oh, Whitney, I didn't notice the XP buff. Oh, that's awesome. For what I'm trying to do, I really appreciate the XP buff right now because mainly I'm just trying to get this character to max level so that I can figure out A, how to play this class, B, I need to figure out how a person plays retail at endgame as a solo player. Because apparently there's lots of ways to do that now and have a great time. But I've never been able to figure out all the currencies and stuff because I am not a smart person, so I'm hoping to figure that stuff out. Like right now, I took this quest, he flew off, and I already don't know what in the world I should do next. I'm just going to randomly pick a quest, and then I'm going to have to do that. And you know, that's just kind of how it is. I have quest in Theldrazis. What else could I do? Into the Plains, I'd like to probably just grab that, but look, I already have World Quest because we've opened up World Quest because we have a max level character. What do you guys think I need to do to level this guy up? Do I just keep following some campaign quests around? Do I go into the Onaran Plains, or what should I do? That's the confusing thing, like for me, especially returning to retail, is there's so many things I could do to level up, and I'm just not sure. What is this? Objectives, these come down.
You have done good work, but danger still looms. Will you come to the aid of the forces here, champion?
I would come to the aid of the forces here if I had any idea of what it was I was supposed to do. I thought we had joined up with a group, but apparently that didn't actually happen. Oh, okay, we signed up. Okay, so no group equals we can't take the big elite without a group, I'm assuming. Cool, we're off to a good start. Let's come down here. Let's do this. Let's get out of the confusing area and let's forget about the world quest for right now. And let's go check this out. We're being targeted. Okay, cool. Get on the ground or retreat. Perfect. Okay, everything here now looks like a side quest.
What have you learned lately?
Yeah, this all looks like side quest stuff. It annoys me how I only have 4 vigor. It annoys me too, Dave. A lot of things about Dragonriding annoy me, especially my craftiness at actually employing it the way it's supposed to be in gameplay. Yeah, and that means like I don't go get my runes or anything. So, yeah. Yep. That is how it is. My dragon sucks, and I suck at riding him.
For the glory of the take this life bloom with you, as a sign of good faith to the centaur. Its healing qualities will serve them well.
And now we run on foot, classic style. Yeah. I mean, I should do all those things. Yep. Listen to this. I'm gonna be really lazy about my dragon riding. So anybody who's like super offended that I don't care about dragon riding, or that I don't seem interested in getting more vigor, it probably isn't gonna change. I think that dragon riding is like an amazing system. I'd even love to one day try out the races, but as for like a way of getting around the world, like. I'm not too interested in farming up my dragon riding.
Trespass on Maruk land. Go on then. Even a young hunter can aim.
Maybe I'll get interested over time. That's entirely possible. There might come a time when I am interested in giving a crap about my dragon or how much vigor I have or his talent points. That could happen. It isn't happening right now, and I'm not gonna like go out of my way for it to happen. Yeah, I'm fine with leveling up fast, Dave. I don't need the move fast to level up fast. The experience buff is going to handle the leveling up fast part. And when I say fast, I don't mean fast the way you're thinking. You're thinking of like an entirely different class of human being when you're thinking about fast the way you would play. I'm a slow old person, so for me fast is probably really slow to you. So you have to put that filter on it. Yep. Rice, I've experienced exactly 0 endgame content in this game because I haven't come to care enough about it to really engage with the endgame.
2 foot. You'll be back soon, sure. My Khan is at our outpost nearby. Follow this path through the swamp. And try
Logan, hey man. Thanks for stopping by the stream. It's going okay. I'm trying to get into my Evoker because I'm really interested in the Augmentation spec that's going to be coming out in 10.1.5. Because it's a totally different way to play in groups. It's a support class, an actual true support class. And I think that's pretty amazing, and I'd love to try it out. Because it's actually something that interests me.
My Khan. This outsider arrived in search of the dragons. They hunted alongside us, and earned a place at our fire.
My thanks, Tomu. Come forward, outsider. I am Sansak Khan, leader of the Shikar. Tell me of your goals. We are preparing for a journey to the Corral, a gathering of all the clans across the plains. There, we will discuss the return of the dragons. We received word that an emissary from the Green Dragons will be present at the Corral. You may join us for the journey, but you must lend your aid to our clan.
Well then. Station.
Wow, I've never seen someone like you. How are your hunting skills?
You wish I bet we can outhunt you. I will outhunt both of you.
Alright, we're also looking for camp provisions. I didn't notice that. How is the music volume? I'd like for it to be kind of in the forefront, and it sounds a little bit quiet. Ah, it must be a little bit quiet. Alright, how is that? Rich V, welcome to the stream, man. Thanks for coming and hanging out. I'm adjusting some sound here. I want the music to be in the forefront, but not quite overpowering. Maybe 70% is where we need to be. You guys let me know. Music is good. Okay, perfect. We'll probably leave it like this. Maybe just like 75. A little bit louder. It's a little bit louder than my voice. That's almost okay with me. I'll put it down at 70. Alright, we'll go with that for now. It's fine.
Are you good?
No. I'm afraid my hooves no longer take me to Marukai. But my beasts of burden are vital to the caravan. I shall ready my muskin to pull the wagons.
Winnie, there's a surprise for me in the Azure Span. Is it the Blue Dragon quest line? Because I'm really looking forward to that. You're a side quest. I don't need that. Oh. Oh, what is that? Fyrax Assault. Fyrax forces are gathering resources at Suffusion Camp. Frostburn. Disrupting them will lure Fyrax and his disciples out. Time remaining 4 days, 16 hours, 0%. When it comes to stuff like this is the stuff that I have no idea when, if, or how I would do this. That's the thing. Like, could I do this now? And is it going to be up to me to push that bar? Because that seems scary to do by myself. I'm all about doing that stuff. Like, if that's going to get us level faster than just doing the campaign stuff, then I'm okay with it. But yeah, we can go check it out. I guess I could have just selected the quest there. I'll go check it out. I'm interested in seeing what it's about. Time walking also gives good XP. Yeah, I've never done time walking. In the past, it's never really interested me. But yeah, maybe I'll check it out. Time walking is very boring, sadly. Well, then maybe I won't check it out. Oh, let's get up there. We made it. We made it, but this is where the flight ends. Oh, like so many other Dragonflights in the past, the flight ends here, in a sad little valley where we unceremoniously do the walk of shame because of our vigor. We can mount up, but I need to get like a normal looking mount out that isn't stupid. Mounts. Just something relatively normal. That's cool. Let's ride the old armored brown bear around with its low pixel count. Is there a way on foot to get out of here? I mean, there's like a 40% chance. I think I saw a pathway over here. If I hang out and wait for Fyrax to show up, there will be a mini-boss. Yeah, that would be cool. The hardest part is probably going to be getting there for me. That's going to be my struggle with this expansion. It's just getting places. I wish it was more designed to allow for us to travel on foot, but it obviously really isn't. Oh, the music here is really, really good. How many of you guys have just played Dragonflight like this? And actually hung out on the ground, and actually saw the ground, and actually saw the trees in the ground? How many of you guys have done that for any length of time? Oh, sheer drop-off. The dragon would have handled that better. The dragon would have handled it better than the bear. Oh, a two-seater dragon mount. They'll probably introduce one someday, and they'll sell it on the cash shop. So, wait for that to happen. Alright, we have stuff going on. Let's go ahead and heal up, I guess. And then figure out what in the world we're supposed to do. What concerns me is that it doesn't seem like anybody else gives a shit about this objective. Like, I don't see anybody else here. Do you stay on the ground, Whitney? That's awesome. So here we are. Let's see. I don't even really know where to begin. We're not even there yet, are we? Do we need to get closer? Weird. We're still quite a ways away. Oh, we have to come over here and talk to this person. Okay. Stellagosa. Oh, hi there. Oh, yeah, cool. What if I come in here? Am I protected? Seems like it. Flyrack has made a deal with the dragon hunting... Okay, I'd love to read it, but we can't, so... Okay. Now we have a quest objective. And we're just still getting racked by this elite. Perfect. Yep. Maybe we'll just let him kill us and we can just kind of like get a reset. Yeah, cool, cool, cool. That's my favorite thing, is to try to figure out what something in the game is. You know, you see a thing on the map, right? You're like, hey, what's this cool thing on the map? Let me fly right to it. Okay, cool, cool, cool. You fly right to it, and you get fucking killed by an elite. That's called a point of friction. Oh, and our gear is breaking. That's cool, too. The XP boost is apparently live. We're probably not going to survive long enough to benefit from it, but yeah, the Winds of Sanctuary. XP 50% and reputation gains 50%. If you're doing Mist of Pandaria content, I guess that double stacks, huh? Like if you're doing like a time walking campaign. That's pretty cool. Okay. Yeah, do we have like a vendor here? That would be super sweet. You know, like a vendor, somebody that could repair perhaps. Let's see. No, it doesn't look like we do, because why would we? We have a fishing trainer if we want to fish. We just don't have a repair person. So most people have the repair mount they can just summon. I don't have that. So, yeah, I can see why they wouldn't bother seeding repair guys anywhere. I just heard that time walking was super boring, and so I don't have any interest in doing something that's super boring. I already find it hard enough to make myself play the game, and I'm super excited about trying the new Spec, so I have to play the game. And so there's already lots of points of friction. I don't want one of those points of friction to be that the stuff I'm doing is super boring. And I heard that time walking was super boring, and I guess I'm inclined, since I've never done it before, I'm inclined to just agree. Yeah. If I want to sleep, yeah, I might end up sleeping instead of this. Oh, now I'm proccing this thing. I took that talent, now I'm proccing this guy. I need this guy to be somewhere where I can actually hit him easily, because now he's proccing all the time. And I don't really see what I'm working on here. Let's see, Sophusian Crucible looted. And Sophusian Mold looted. Cool, okay. Am I getting this from a random guy? Is this kind of like a random drop type of situation? Or am I waiting for something to happen? That's where I don't know, maybe I'm missing something about what I'm doing, but in my opinion right now, the game isn't really telling me a lot about the exact thing I'm really supposed to be doing. So maybe I'm just missing something that's super obvious to other players.
I require a target.
Because when I'm looking at these objectives, and then I'm like looking at the enemies, I don't know. They just seem to be in my way. They're not my objectives. Here's an objective. A Sophusian Mold. Okay. We're going to call it a Confusion Mold, because the word Sophusian is stupid and hard for me to pronounce. So we're going to call it a Confusion Mold. Consumes 5 of something that I don't have to extract the materials being suffused. This will draw the attention of a powerful foe. Okay, I have these 5 I don't think so. I'm missing reagents. Oh yeah, this does feel like retail. Yeah, this is exactly what I remember from my experiences with this game. This is exactly what I remember. Absolutely. Absolutely. Just the absolute confusion and befuddlement when they ask you for a resource that you don't know what the hell it is and you don't have it. Just the confusion that inspires. That's awesome. Okay, cool. So for me, that's off the table for right now, because I when I don't understand what the hell is happening, that takes the content off the table for me. James, because I'm trying to learn ways to like the game, because I'd like to find a way just to get the max level, because all this stuff right here doesn't matter. What matters in retail is getting to max level and finding a way to enjoy that. So yeah, the rest of it might be a struggle, right?
The magic surrounding this area has gone wild.
It has gone wild.
This untamed instability is a threat to our allies. Do what you can.
So in retail, can I not fight elites on my own? Are these supposed to be soloable, or am I like biting off more than I could probably chew here as someone who doesn't really know what they're doing? They seem like they're probably soloable. Pressing the buttons is fun when you get to a point where you can press the buttons. That's fun. I should be doing the zone. Your opinion varies. The opinion varies. Yeah, I thought maybe do the zone campaign. Somebody said do time walking. Somebody said check out the world events. So it does seem like there's probably multiple ways that you can level up a character. Definitely. Yeah, I mean the zone campaigns are definitely one way. So sure, we can do the zone campaigns. It's probably all that I'm competent enough to do. Is the zone campaigns. So that's absolutely true. Maybe we could do some of like the weaker world quests, the world quests that are not like the blue ones or the elite ones. Maybe I could do some of those as we travel. That would be okay. We could try that and see how that goes.
The spirits of this place have been disturbed. We must help them return to their rest.
I do not have a target.
The zone campaigns are the best because you also get faction rep. Yeah, I can see that. And by faction rep you mean renown, because now we have to call it renown. It's not rep anymore. What does faction rep get you? Because I think usefulness is going to vary depending on the person playing the game and what their objectives are. So let's say, what's the most useful thing I get from my renown track? And I'm talking about like player power. I'm only talking about player power. What kind of player power do I get from my renown tracks? Am I getting gear? What am I getting? Because if I'm not getting player power from them, I don't really care. Player power, you get nothing. Then they're not important to me. Yeah, it's cool to get additional stuff. Like, I don't mind getting cosmetics every once in a while, but I don't really care about transmog. And I don't really, as you can see by the bear I was riding earlier, I don't really care about mounts. So the renown tracks, while it might be cool to go through them and like get some rewards and stuff, like I'm not focused on that. That'll happen eventually, right? If I were to play the game enough, I feel like it would happen eventually. But it's not a focus of mine. If there's no player power associated with it, then I don't really care about it that much right now. Loaf Niffin gives you a chest plate, but one that is useless. Yeah, of course it's going to be useless, right? Because you're using the new system by them to like upgrade all your gear to like basically mythic level gear or something. So yeah, it makes sense that it would be useless. The funny thing about this class is like I don't know how to play it, and I don't know what buttons to push when. So what I do is I just kind of make sure I push all the buttons every once in a while. And that seems to be an okay way to just kill things. So
the elements are calmed for now.
We got a trinket that is a little bit better maybe than what we have, but not significantly enough for me to really want to look at it. So yeah, that one's done. So we might as well go up here. Yeah, I mean, James, sure, I could do that, but why should I? I can kill things by slamming my face into my keyboard. So what impetus do I have to look up a rotation guide right now when I'm solo playing? So I don't really care how efficient I'm being. I'm not dying, and other things are. The game should give me an impetus to do better, and that'll probably happen eventually as I get into more challenging content. I'll probably find myself, you know, wanting to do better, and then, you know, I'll probably learn a better rotation, right?
See what you can gather.
But right now, I don't have an impetus to look anything up, and looking something up in like a third-party resource, you know, doesn't really appeal to me unless I absolutely have to.
Too far away.
Error speech is on. That's cool. To turn that off. There's going to be a lot of errors, so we're gonna want to turn off error speech.
I need to target something
Exactly,
first.
exactly. You do need to target something first. You're absolutely right. I just don't want to hear about it. Dialogue, error speech off. Perfect. Do I, James? Yeah, I get how you would think that, definitely. I think I've expressed like pretty much how I do feel pretty accurately about everything that I've experienced so far. and if the culmination of those expressions is like that I seem a little bit annoyed, I'd say yeah, jumping back into this game is slightly annoying. That's absolutely true for me. That's why there's a lot of friction when I try to get back into this, because I do find it annoying to try to jump back in as a returning player. Yeah. And I know they're doing things in the future to like help with that, but it is what it is, you know. Luckily there's times when we can do mind-numbing stuff like this, and then that kind of like, that lets the agitation kind of ease away. So it kind of balances out with like the mindlessness of parts of it, that alleviates the annoyances of some of it, so that's a pretty good balance. I have a button somewhere that will help me cast while I move. And it should probably be a button that I'm very familiar with, because everything seems set up so that I have to use that ability all the time. And which one is it? Hover, right? Launch yourself, gain movement speed, allows the evoker spells to be cast while moving. Okay. Yeah, I need that one. Whenever they pop like a template, I need to practice hitting that and then moving out of the way so I can channel and stuff while I move. No, Yuval, I don't need help with mobs. I'm going to need help understanding the 17,300 different currencies and how they all interact with all the 17,000 types of gear and stuff. That's what I'm going to need help with at Endgame. Until then, leveling is just what it is. There's going to be stuff that I don't understand because I haven't been playing retail since launch. We played through the base campaign on the Shaman, and the story didn't do enough to really make me stick with it. And I bounced off the solo endgame because I'm not smart, so I couldn't really figure out like all the cool things a solo player was supposed to do, even though like everything says that there's lots of cool stuff for solo players to do. So I bounced off of that just because of my own stupidity and not understanding all the currencies and stuff, and not really feeling very engaged with it. But you know, I'd really like to try this new EVOKER spec coming out, so I will need help eventually understanding what a person does in the endgame. Which currencies I insert into which things and turn into which seals, and which seals go to which vendors, and then which seals we beat with other cuter seals. I'm gonna need to understand all that. Christopher, good evening. Thank you for being here. 17,000 currencies per patch. Exactly, Anatar. Not even just every big patch. Every fucking half patch. Every fucking half patch, there's a new currency. Isn't that what you want? You want more currencies to keep track of? Someone left me a comment and they said like nothing about the combat or gameplay of WoW Retail is very hard. What's hard for a lot of people is like, especially when you don't play the game continuously forever, it's hard for people to get back in or to approach it new and understand the currencies and to understand the systems. Because we're always putting new systems and new currencies into the game, and like when you come into it either from being away or you come into it as a new player, it's a point where you can bounce right off of it, and that sucks. Daniel, it is as confusing to me as I make it seem, though, because that is how fucking confused I am. You're probably right. Once somebody explains it to me, I'll get it. The game didn't do that for me sufficiently. And I admit that that's probably due to a lack of intelligence on my part. But that was my experience. It has literally been that confusing for me. I never figured out what the seals were in 10.1. I figured out the base currency, upgraded my gear, and then there were like 3 or 4 different types of seals, and you combine 15 of something to make a seal, but then it seemed like the seals were interchangeable with each other on one of the vendors, and I didn't understand why, and nothing really ever seemed to tell me why. And so I did find it exactly that confusing, and I'm exaggerating a little bit with my words to kind of express how mentally confused I felt. And that's literally been my experience. See, well, the Shadow Flame Crests are definitely way more complicated than Valor. Yes, exactly. Like, what is a Shadow Flame Crest? I don't know. I saw the thing on the vendor, and I could hover over it, but that didn't tell me shit about how I would make it, why I would need it, what I would do with them, how many I wanted. You know, I have to find that on Wowhead or something. It's the seals! Yeah, the seals. It's the seals and the otters. They're to blame. Absolutely. Alright, let's move on. This is something else. I don't think we're doing this. Let's go back over here. I think that's where we were at. And let's just go back to that. That seemed like an okay idea. Logan says the crests are stupid. I agree. I don't know anything about how they work. All I know is that it wasn't a straightforward currency, and that I generally think that stuff that is not straightforward is stupid. If it's not straightforward, that means it's over-designed. If it's over-designed, you're just creating a barrier between people playing the game and understanding the game. Why do you want to create a barrier? Just make it simple, stupid. Make it simple, stupid, make it fun, and don't over-design stuff. Especially don't over-design currencies. Currencies are not exciting. No one gets excited and all worked up about a new currency and how it combines to make another currency. That doesn't get people going, I don't think. And if it does, that's great, but that's probably a niche you have. So I really wish they would make the currency simpler, and please, you can't introduce a new currency every half patch. Because then people who step out of the game for a half patch, which they should be able to do, people should be able to step away from the game and come back. You know, those people are just left behind. Now, and then you come back into the game and it's got those 6 currencies from the last 6 half patches, and you don't really know which ones are super important because they all exist in their own content still. So that makes it even more challenging to figure out the currencies. When some of the currencies don't matter anymore, but they're still around, but they don't matter, it would take an experienced player to tell you, hey, Robert, you don't need that currency, man. Stop farming that. Farm the one over here. That's the new stuff. And without that, you could probably easily get stuck doing some shit that is not beneficial to you at endgame. You say, unless you plan on doing crafted gear, you don't need to worry about Shadow Flame Crest. Cool. So why did I have to see them or hear about them? I wasn't doing crafting. If it was purely a crafting thing, then it should have been introduced to me like through the crafting, I would think. That's how I'd want to experience it. Don't show me stuff that's not pertinent to me. Because it made it seem like it was going to be something that's super important that I needed to figure out what was supposed to happen with it, how to get them. And then you're telling me it's for crafted gear. I don't see how I would have known that. That's my problem with the systems in retail. That's all. I don't need to go on and on about it. We can agree that having a bunch of currencies that all interact and combine into different things is pretty complicated, and it probably doesn't need to be that way, but it is that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to level this character up, and I'm going to see if I can wrap my head around any of it. And that's basically it. In the meantime, I'm here for the pretty graphics and the pretty music. What am I looking for here? One last supply that's hiding on these quest givers. It's hiding right on them. I see it now. Buffalo Bill, good afternoon and evening to you, my man. Thank you for coming by the stream.
Be respectful. Hello.
Just a fair warning, I'm playing retail, so it's not as chill of a stream as it usually would be. Yeah.
May your arrow
I'm trying to stop complaining about the currencies and stuff.
Fight with fury.
Did I just take a bunch of side quests? Oh god, I did. Oh Jesus. Oh no, no. This is my nightmare. Now I have a bunch of side quests we have to go do. We still haven't found the last item we need for this main quest. Here we go.
Speak up. Finally. Go on then.
Yeah, Mike, a retail stream. Yeah, a non-chill stream. You repair myself, thank you. I do need to do that, absolutely. Hardcore still alive, hardcore still alive, Topper. Yeah, absolutely. I'm trying to play my Evoker because I'm really excited for the new Augmentation spec that's coming out in 10.1.5. So I want to get my Evoker leveled up. I want to like figure out how to like at least play the class a little bit. I need to figure out all the currencies and stuff at Endgame. And I just want to be ready to check out the Augmentation spec, which is going to be like a support role, a support class. It's going to be really cool, I think. It's going to be a new way to play in group content in WoW. And there hasn't been a new role added ever. There's never been a support class, you know. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. I have to get through all the other problems I have with retail to get to that point, but yeah, I'm working on it. I appreciate that, Buffalo Bill. Thank you. I didn't repair. I ran away. I didn't repair at all. No repairs happened in the process of any of that, yeah. We just ran right out. Here we go. Right through the tree.
How is your
Aleph, I appreciate you being here. I hope that by the end of this, I'm happy with it too. I hope that by the end of this, I'll be happy that I decided to stream this today. That's the hope. Yeah. Can I sell junk? I thought, you know what, maybe that's a feature. I heard they were adding a sell junk feature to the in-game bag UI. It must be 10.1.5 stuff. It's not in yet.
May your prey fly low.
Alright, we still didn't repair. I'm used to Leatrix Plus like repairing us automatically. So yeah, there we go. We got it.
I shall join you next time.
Yep, I got too used to in Classic having Leatrix Plus automatically repair me. That's a bad habit. Relying on an add-on, what a bad habit I've developed. And from playing Classic nonetheless. That's terrible.
Who has the wind brought today? Do your winds carried word of interesting times? But the arrival of your people has caused more of a stir than I expected. I look forward to learning more of your ways as we travel.
I am not your keeper. The caravan will be waiting at the gates.
Is there a way to skip the caravan ride? There's probably not, huh? We're gonna have to sit through the whole caravan ride, aren't we? Oh, that's gonna be something special. I've already sat through the caravan ride and listened to all the dialogue. I'd really rather not do it again.
Out with it. You'll be back soon.
Oh, don't tell me I have to walk with you.
Stories to share.
Don't tell me that. There's gotta be a way to skip it. Maybe if I just come up here. Yeah, let's just try to fly ahead of it.
Clans across the plains.
Topper, yes, this is the everything about the UI is default in game. I have zero UI. I have zero UI add-ons. Everything you see is in game. Please tell me we can skip this. We can skip it. Okay. Oh, thank Jesus. Perfect.
What? I am not your keeper. Aru! Belika! Show the 2-foot how we hunt.
The hunt is on!
Whoever brings back the most game wins.
Oh, I am a skinner. I can skin. That's a good thing to keep in my memory here. I don't know how much professions I'm going to do on this character, but the profession system revamp is really cool. But the same thing with that, I don't understand it past a certain point. I leveled up skinning and leatherworking on the shaman to a certain point, and then we needed very specific resources that seemed to come from very specific places, and none of it seemed very well explained. And I felt like I'd have to look up a guide to continue it, and that was when we stopped leveling skinning, so maybe it will make more sense this time around. Shadow, I've done all these quests, so yeah, I'm not reading them in this playthrough. On my Draenei Shaman, well, it was a dwarf shaman when it started. On our shaman, I did read out all the quests. Yeah. So if that's the kind of content you're interested in, you want to hear somebody read them out, then I did all that in an immersive video series. So no face cam. It wasn't a stream. It was a recorded series that I did on a shaman, and I read out everything in the main campaign up to dinging. So there's like expansion stuff, or not expansion. There's patch stuff that I never did, but all the base campaign is there. Yeah, without reading it, it's not going to make any sense. And I will tell you this: even if you were to read every single quest, it's still questionable, like how much of an idea of the actual A plot and B plots you're really going to get. You know, you're going to get like little down to earth stories that are part of a bigger story, but the story in WoW, like, you know, it is what it is. It's always been best consumed by watching YouTube content. Unfortunately, they don't do a great job still of expressing all of it in the game, like in a consumable fashion. Unfortunately, that's just how it has always been. What is down here that I'm looking for? Pelt of Concular. Is it fun to read? Some quest lines are better than others. There's a couple that I'm looking forward to. There's a Blue Dragon quest line that's supposed to be really, really good as far as like the writing and stuff. So yeah, a lot of the big story moments are told in like cutscenes that are voice acted. But yeah, a lot of little stuff you'll miss if you're not like reading everything. But then a lot of the stuff is just really like small, boots on the ground type of stories. It's hard for me to say whether I'd recommend somebody read all the quests or not. It really depends on how much time you have and what you're playing the game for. Because they're not all super amazing, you know. Sometimes we proc a lot of free stuff. I call these free stuff. Sometimes we proc a lot of free stuff. Sometimes we don't proc anything. I'm trying to wrap my head around what the difference is, or if it's all just truly random.
Speak up. Go on then. Finally.
I won! I won!
You'll be back.
No, I am better than you. Sure, you killed more, but most of your game cannot be used. The Horn of Drusal will be visible once we cross the bridge. You must see it, Two-Foot.
May Onara's breath lift your spirit. Off to your next adventure.
I mean, the fact of the matter is these days you don't have to read the quest at all. You know, it used to be like you had to read the quest maybe a little bit to know where to go and stuff like that. But usually you take a quest and then within 5 feet of the quest giver, all of your objectives are going to be right there. That's basically it. You just take the quest and then right within the next 10 feet around the NPC, that's going to be all your objectives. And the only exception is like a breadcrumb that'll take you to a different area. Everything else is going to be super close. Which I think for a lot of people, like when they don't need to get any info out of reading the quest, they usually just won't do it. And that's probably true of any game that's not voice acted. If there's not a reason for people to read it, if there's no info that they need from it, a lot of times people will choose not to read. That's just the reality. And WoW has obviously been designed more and more to accommodate that, you know. To make the engagement with the quest like a completely optional thing from like a story standpoint. Oh, I don't have to be killing these cute little guys, do I? Yeah. Oh well. Wait, maybe I do have to kill them. We're plucking them. Oh, we can pluck them or we can get them from kill. It was a moral choice. This is like the only moral choice that exists in WoW. Do we pluck cute animal? Do we kill cute animal? Or do we do a little bit of column A and a little bit of column B? It's going to be faster to get the quest done if we pluck them and kill them, apparently. Shadow, I would say this, if you're in a point of your life where you are really enjoying other games, like single-player games and games that are not WoW, stay away for right now. Yeah, it's only going to be good for you, man, especially if you have played WoW, like, a lot through your life. Because it's going to be here when you're ready to come back, and the way retail's going especially, it's just going to get better and better. So what I would say is, like, yeah, if you're away from WoW right now, stay away from it. You're good. The content's not going anywhere. You're not missing anything. You know, because sometimes people feel obligated to play. You know, when you play a game for 20 years, sometimes people get themselves to a point where they literally feel obligated to play. They feel guilty if they don't log in, and a lot of times people will log in and they'll stand around and they'll be like, yeah, and then they'll log out and they're like, well, why are you logging in every day? Why are you making yourself do it? So yeah, if you've got away from the game and like you're having a great time, just do that. Because one day, you know, you might run out of single-player stuff to play. And then you can always come back. We need river reeds. Okay, we need to get these off the ground. Can I summon... Yeah, I can summon the drake in the water. Oh, of course I can.
Come, help me place these totems for the ritual. Feathers of the waterfowl, creatures of sky and river. The wind is your song, Mother Eagle. Show me! What news do you bring, outsider? The storm is Onara's most dire warning. An affront to her gift. We must be wary.
I think it would be really cool, and I don't know if this is possible in the game engine, but I'd love to set a default camera distance so that when I get on my dragon, it pulls out to the distance that I want, and then when I dismount, it automatically takes me back into where I want, because first, I know that most people who play retail play like this, okay? I don't like playing like that. I like playing about right here, maybe a little bit closer. So I think a feature that automatically adjusted your camera when you got on the dragon would be great, because obviously the dragon, you have to be pretty zoomed out to enjoy it visually. And yeah, I think that'd be a really cool feature. I can choose a new skinning specialization. Okay. Sure. Yes, of course. Tanning. Gathering materials like leather, that sounds fine. Yeah, let's go into gathering general materials like leather, scales, and hides. Okay. Absolutely. We have no points to spend though, so...
Clan Nokud can be quite... aggressive. Tomul, accompany our friend to make their introductions.
Yes, my Khan. First, I get stuck being your keeper.
Oh, do I have to wait for this
I have to
NPC?
introduce you to the Nokud.
God.
You're testing my limits, Two-Foot. Out with it. Finally.
Yep, I have to follow her.
Two-Foot.
That's annoying.
I am not your time for me to depart. Enjoy your time with these thugs, Two-Foot.
Okay.
No, you may not have a ride.
Did he just give us a sassy reply? Did he just say, no, you may not have a ride? Is that what he said when we clicked on him? Was he just being sassy? This is the sassy clan of centaurs?
Be respectful.
I don't know.
Outsiders are not permitted.
The weather is turning.
My puppy just ran into my room. I might be momentarily distracted while I figure out what he wants. Maybe he wants to come up and have a little nap. Come on, buddy. Not on the keyboard, though.
Greetings, small one.
Be respectful. Out with it.
Oh, I guess he got shy. Of course he did.
Go on then.
That's something I need to change. Let's go into audio, sound in background. Yes, please. There we go. That way we don't lose sound every time I want to click on my second monitor. Yeah, he's here with me. He's just now he's gotten shy.
Welcome.
As soon as I adjust the camera so he can take more of the forefront, he laid down completely in my lap, and now he's thinking about going to sleep. Begin a pet battle? No. No. Oh god, what is this? You're a pet trainer. Okay, I don't know why I'm talking to you exactly. Did I take a pet quest? I must have taken like a pet quest or something. Yeah, let's just ignore it completely. Okay, okay, yeah. Let's just follow these icons around. I don't know what quest I took, but maybe it'll become clear eventually. I don't know. I didn't see anybody there to interact with.
Be welcome. Farewell, then. Ancestor. Two young Shikar delivered some game from your travels. Bring it here.
Okay. You want me to move an object 5 feet for you? That's the quest? Move the object 12 feet. Okay, cool. Oh, it's one of these quests. Okay.
Now we must season the meat. Grab some spice from our
D, you're
stores.
finally catching a stream and I'm playing retail. I'm trying to level my evoker so when the new augmentation spec comes out in 10.1.5 I can check it out. Because it's a support role. So you do some damage and you buff your allies and stuff, and it sounds really cool, and it's a brand new role of the game. But first, I have to level this guy and figure out how to play retail, because I don't know.
Eat more spice
I have no idea what I'm doing is the real answer. Right now, I need to gather more spices.
It tastes better, but I can still feel my tongue. Bring over the biggest container of spice.
D, yeah, they don't do anything to like tell players about stuff ahead of time, because what they do is they assume that if you're a person who's interested in WoW, they assume you're following content creators on YouTube and letting them tell you about stuff. That's what they assume about their player base. Is that if it's a person who cares about WoW, they assume that you must be watching lots of YouTube vids and you're going to learn all the stuff from them because they're looking at the PTR and stuff. So yeah, other than that, like I wouldn't know either. If I hadn't turned on a couple Bellular vids, if I hadn't listened to Taliesin for a little bit, I wouldn't know this stuff either. Because, you know, unless you're playing on the PTR, or you're going on WoWhead every day, or you're watching YouTube videos, there's really no way to know what's coming into the game. And then even once it gets into the game, if you don't consult those resources, you won't know how to do the content unless you're like looking at those resources still. It'll still be confusing once it is in the game, you know? It's kind of par for the course with retail. Alright, are we done with the cooking stuff? No, we're not. We're not done. But I'd really like to be. Now I've lost the thread of what we were doing, because I was talking during her description. Maybe I just clicked the stupid button and we just continue on. Damien, I'm doing well. I'm playing retail right now, so... I've been told I seem annoyed, and that's accurate, because a lot of retail is annoying to me, so...
to our ancestors on the wind. Place it on the offering table. Be respectful. Goodbye.
District 13, I'm glad you've been enjoying the streams in the new format.
May your arrow
Thank you for being here.
always fly true.
This stream is not as chill as most of the classic streams because we're playing retail. I have to give that as like a disclaimer. I really don't know what's going on with this objective here. I guess maybe we have to do this quest. It seems like it's a side quest, so I feel like this should not be part of the main story that it's marking here, but I have extra fade on immersion. I don't really like the extra fade, because the extra fade fades out all this stuff. Yeah. Alright, I'm just going to keep ignoring this. I don't know what's going on with it, and I'll continue following the main stuff until there's nothing else.
A cold front precedes the storm.
Not a cold front, oh no.
Into my bones. Go with
We cannot stop the wind, Seshtang, nor reverse its course. We must be guided by it, even into tumult.
Okay, we're looking for one sweet suckle incense. It's probably, yeah, it's an item we pick up on the ground right outside the tent. So yeah, we didn't have to go far. There's lots of nice stuff in retail. It's very pretty, the music is very good, there's apparently all kinds of solo content to do at Endgame. I haven't figured out how to actually successfully do a lot of the solo content or feel successful as a solo player, but we're going to try to learn that stuff this time through. Okay, we picked up something. I thought we picked it up, but maybe not. Maybe we didn't. Okay. Grind 5. Okay. We need 5. I really wish it would say go gather 5 of these. Adding one more step to a quest and one more button for me to push does not make the quest more immersive, and it does not make it a more enjoyable quest. It's just one more button I have to push. Just tell me to go collect 5 off the ground, and let's just cut to the chase with it. It's stuff like that that bothers me about retail. It's like some of these very subtle things that, you know, like, oh, we're not just collecting 5 things, we're going to grind them into incense. That doesn't make it any more engaging. It just makes it one more button I have to press.
Who has the wind brought today?
We're putting it in the thing. There's a theme of, like, picking stuff up and putting it into things. They like to do that. You know, go pick up some stuff and then put that stuff into a thing.
The storm overwhelming.
I think we got a bird killed by doing that. I think we killed a little birdie.
Best. Go and an Ahuna in crisis. No! Onara! Could she be in danger?
Dawnbringer 10.1.5 I thought was sometime in the summer. I don't know if there's an exact date yet. I don't think they have an exact date. But it's supposed to be sometime in the summer. And there could be an exact date that I missed, but the last I was looking, that there wasn't a defined 100% date yet. Somebody fact check me if I'm wrong. I'm not a big retail player, so. Oh, we're back here again. Yeah. Oh, I'm ready. Okay, I'm ready. Oh god, do we have to do all of this?
Incorrect. Try again.
I will try again. This is how I try again. There we go. We did it. It was a quiz. We had to take a quiz. That's great. I don't know what kind of stats I need. Crit sounds good. Can we get crit? Crit, mastery, stam. Crit, verse, haste. Let's take crit.
Make way.
Probably not at all the stat that I need.
From the green Dragonflight
Emissary from the green Dragonflight. Okay. They've arrived really, really slowly.
Honor to represent my flight.
The XP bonus goes until mid-July. Safe bet that'll be... Yes, yes. Daniel, you're probably exactly right. If the XP buff goes to mid-July, we could probably expect the patch like that week or the next week after it ends.
Your mantra. I request you let her know I am prepared. I must speak with the Kanamatra. I implore you to join us when you are able.
Where are your manners? What roads have you traveled?
Marithra hopes that the Kanamatra upholds her ancestors' pact to aid us in this time of need.
To what?
Alright, so we have a little invasion happening here. It says there's forces to slay. Now, I don't see any forces yet, so I don't know if I messed up something with the phasing or... Okay, here's one guy. We're just gonna kill one guy. Yeah, we're not looking for multiple guys. It's just the one guy, I guess. Not sure what's happening. Immersion extra fade. Oh, good. We're getting an interface add-on issue. Perfect, perfect. I don't like the extra fade anyway, so I'd love for it to be gone. That actually works out. If that really did disable it, that's exactly what I would want it to do. Okay, no, wait, it says 10 forces slain. Let's see, here's a guy. Okay, maybe some of the guys are starting to spawn in. Okay, I see a couple. They were just a little late to the party, I guess. I don't know. Mogar Man says it looks a lot different than Classic. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. It definitely does. They're two entirely different games, you know. Even though they're stacked upon the same engine, it's the same engine, they just stack stuff on top of it over the past 20 years to make it look different. Does anyone else who plays Evoker just wish that you could stay in your Visage form all the time? Like, I like the Visage form I made. I wasn't really able to make a dragon form that I really super liked. But I like my Visage form. I'd love to be able to do most of my abilities from that form. That would be a cool change. Just have the dragon form be optional. Or let other races play Evoker, yeah. I'd say eventually they probably have to let other races play Evoker eventually, right? Patrick, just like the Worgen, yeah, do the Worgen automatically shift when they attack and stuff still? They never gave a feature to like stay in your human form or anything? Because that would be kind of the precedent that I would look at, I guess. To see if they would ever consider doing something like that. I have no idea what I want for talents. I was following a build. I don't have that build up to reference right now. So yeah, let's see. Unravel. I probably don't need that. That's probably why I skipped down. Terror of the Skies. Deep Breath stuns enemies for 3 seconds. That actually sounds good. What's Deep Breath? That's not Deep Breath. That's not Deep Breath. Oh, Deep Breath is this one. That's the flyover one, right? Yeah, I don't know if I need that. Foci of Life. Restores you more quickly, causing damage you take to be healed back. Okay. Renewing Blazes. What is Renewing Blaze? I have Emerald Blossom. I don't even know if I have Renewing Blaze. Oh, I really don't want to deal with you. Yeah, I really don't want to fight you again. I was just in the wrong spot. It keeps you in the form until you change it. So Patrick, you could stay in your human form while you're fighting, even if you're a Worgen. That would be what I'd want to see for this race. I want to be able to do all my fighting like the guy I made here. That's the guy I want to be in the game. Yeah, I don't really want to be the dragon thing. That's my problem. I try to look at the enemies more than I look at my character anyway. Like, you know, when I'm watching the combat and stuff, but I still know I'm this dragon thing, so that's definitely part of it. I think for me, they can do that, or the easiest fix would just be to let some other races be evokers. That would be okay too.
Have you eaten?
This is sacred land.
And yeah, you know, it's great because in retail we have reduced quality of life. And by that I mean I can't remove this stupid looking helmet right now because I have to be a transmog guy to do that. I can't just go into my settings and turn off display helm, you know? Like we used to be able to go in because they always knew that the helmets looked atrocious. And that the capes looked like garbage, so they built in the feature in vanilla to turn off the helms and capes in the interface option. In retail, we can't do that. We have to look like this now until I get to a transmog guy, which sucks. Yeah.
Greetings.
I like being able to keep my helmet off. I really don't ever want to show a helmet. I haven't found many in the game that I liked. Maybe this guy will be. Nope, he's not trans. Oh, you are transmog. Okay, let's get this transmog done real quick.
It grows dark.
There we go. We got really lucky with this guy being here.
My promise to the emissary stands. It seems the Maruk and the dragons need each other once again. Your presence is a favorable omen. Make haste.
Yeah, I don't have any gold to buy cool mounts because I've never bought a WoW token.
Ready
So
your clans for war. Outsider. You must be the dragon seeker Sansok Khan told me about. If you aim to help the dragons, you can help us.
okay, am I done talking to these people? Deliver the message. Okay. Okay, we're good here, right? I think we're fine.
Have you eaten? See you soon. The Maruk have not seen such a massive conflict for generations. This war will spread across the entire plains.
What do I have for you?
My hearth awaits you. Greetings. Go well.
Have you eaten? Farewell.
If these guys keep asking me if I've eaten, I'm gonna start to feel hungry. I don't really appreciate their constant referencing food. They seem overly concerned about my diet. For, like, a complete stranger.
You returned. Have you relayed my orders? Where will the wind take you? Care for the land, and if I should warn you, Boku has a bit of a self-confidence problem. Rest assured, he's an excellent mystic. I think.
Onara, where is your song? Fair sky.
Place the totems, while I try again to commune with Onara.
Onara, heed me! Your people need you! Have I offended you, Windmother?
I love these ones because they have to make the voice line short enough that he can complete it before I can possibly get to the next one.
I am just a lowly initiate. I need your guidance.
Oh, see? With the channel, he got the whole line
nothing.
in. So they have to be lines that are this long.
I am not fit to be a mystic. Oh, did you want to talk to me? Meet me outside Tirakai when you are ready. I will guide you to Ridgewater Retreat.
And so, the storm begins. We must delay the
What can we do?
Always know the direction of the wind.
My Khan, I have failed as a mystic. I cannot commune with Onara, and the Kanamatra needs her help.
We cannot hear the Wind Mother song either. The storm has cast a cloud over her.
I will say, I mean, the game is really pretty. Look at that skybox. That's a positive thing about it. The game is exceptionally pretty.
I am unworthy of this task. Should it not fall to you?
I must rally Clan O'Neill. You, Boku, must find...
This guy's like, I'm bad at my job. Won't you? You do it for me?
Find Onara.
Okay.
I have faith in you, Boku.
Now she has faith in him. He has zero faith in himself. He just said he couldn't do it.
This cannot be! Even Balakar would not dare! Follow your heart. Go where the wind takes you. Bless you. Stace, something is at the top of the rise. I will take a side route. Meet me up there.
Jim, thanks for being here, man. I am having an okay night. I appreciate you coming and hanging out for a bit. Yeah, we're trying retail, which, you know, I'm not a big retail player, but I got super excited about the new EVOKER spec that they're going to be adding. So I thought I would try to get my EVOKER leveled up. And so yeah, to start that off, I jumped on stream tonight. Now, I might take this back to an immersive series, like a recorded series, just to get him leveled up. And then I might jump back on stream with him in the future once he's max level. maybe get some help on understanding like all the currencies and stuff in retail and things like that. Let's head down here. You weren't here earlier. I tend to be fairly negative about retail. I'm very critical of like little things in retail, because retail to me has a lot of points of friction that I feel like players encounter. They kind of bounce off the game, so I have a little bit of an attitude when it comes to retail. It's easier for me to put that attitude aside when I'm doing like immersive recordings than it is apparently when I'm streaming. Yep, and that's every death I ever have in retail. It's like suddenly you're fighting a shit ton of mobs and you're dead. That's always fun. Always fun. And I doubt I have any food on me or anything to eat. I doubt I have any way to bandage. So yeah, for me, there's not really a lot I can do. I can potion up, and that did exactly nothing. So that was cool. Yeah, I guess I should carry around some food, which I'm not in the habit of doing in retail, because typically you don't really have to worry about it. But apparently when you're as bad at the game as me, you do have to worry about it quite a bit. What am I trying to finish up here exactly? A bunch of stuff. Okay. Jim, man, that's super generous of you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And welcome to the 10 new folks. I'm kind of sorry that your first stream with us, if it's your first stream here, I'm sorry that it's a retail stream. But welcome. I appreciate that, man. That's super generous. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I think a lot of people like the more immersive, relaxing stuff because they want to turn it on and like conk out. And I totally get that. I have some stuff that I turn on, you know, for that same purpose. You know, that's great. I'm glad I can be of help in that way. Because yeah, there's nothing more sacred than sleep, and sometimes, especially in this day and age, sleep is really, really hard to find. We need one Primalist, one Stormbound Essence, and one Wagon. We need one of every single objective, so... That's good. Let's jump on the dragon for a second. Yeah, the streaming, especially the classic stuff, has been a lot of fun. It's been a lot more enjoyable for me to get on and do the hardcore character when I'm like playing with you guys. That's much more enjoyable. It's helped keep the character alive. Chat has saved me many times and helped me make like good choices as opposed to like stupid choices that I would typically make on my own. So yeah, the streaming has been really fun for the classic. I have been enjoying it a lot.
How is this possible? They have captured Onara herself. Fair skies, friend. Bless you. Stay safe. Go where the wind takes. Follow me. We must free Onara. This will draw attention, so keep the guards busy. First rune is dispelled. Another rune down. Hold fast, Wind Mother. One more to go. We will succeed.
Yeah, Jim, I never really heard that before, like a streamer hating backseat gaming. I don't, like, part of me doesn't really understand that. I mean, how do you not want backseat gaming, but you want to game in front of hundreds or perhaps even thousands of people, depending on, like, how popular you are? I don't understand how you could... Now I don't like story spoilers. So, like, if I were playing, like, a narrative game, I wouldn't want people to spoil the story for me. But if it's like, if I'm missing something about gameplay or how the game works or I can improve something, then yeah, I definitely want people to let me know. Otherwise, I mean, that'd be kind of crazy to have to like shut people down every time they tried to backseat game me. That would not be a good time.
Go quickly. You must tell the Kanamatra.
You liked King Arthur? Yeah. That was a really good game. You know, at the time I played it, my rig was a piece of crap computer, and it did not play that game the way I wanted to, and that was why the playthrough didn't continue on the channel. It's because my old computer at the time just did not have the power to make that game look as beautiful as I wanted it to. But yeah, that was a really cool game. Good night, Gracie. Welcome to the stream. Good evening. Yeah, we're playing a little bit of retail.
Welcome back to Marokai. What news?
They started talking to us, but we're actually all the way out here, outside of the hut. They must have seen us fly by.
What will you ask? Even outnumbered, and without Onara, we will fight on. We cannot your clan is as motivated as ever, Sansok Khan. Enter, Tummel. The Khans eagerly await your report.
Honored Khans, we have spotted a war band of Nakud, headed toward the Horn of Drusal. Balakar is leading them himself.
Yeah, this is all better than Shadowlands for sure.
We should be wary.
Every part of it is better than Shadowlands.
Enough to overwhelm the village at the base of the hill, but far from all their forces.
What of Koroleth? Have you seen her? Or Onara?
No, not yet. We are still looking for them.
I try to live in a life where the Shadowlands didn't happen, basically.
To destroy the horn.
Just try to ignore it. Blizzard tries to ignore it. You know, new players to the game will never see Shadowlands.
Sansok is correct. This may be a diversion. We cannot commit all of our forces, even if it is to defend our most sacred artifact. I will take the Khan's guard and confront Balakar myself. Tummel, outsider, you will come with me. Sigari Khan, Sansok Khan, gather your clans and prepare for battle.
You treat the Star Wars sequels the same way. Yeah. The Star Wars sequels made the prequels seem like good Star Wars movies. It was really weird. And I always I didn't mind Phantom Menace because I feel like Phantom Menace of the prequels felt like a decent Star Wars flick. But I know people hated Phantom Menace, and as for the new ones, the sequels, yeah, I don't know. It was like, yeah, like I think about it like it's like fan fiction basically. Because the weird thing is, like, I back in the day, and I was only like 12 or 13 at the time, so I barely remember them. But I read the novels that were supposed to be episodes 7, 8, and 9. Like back in the day, there was a series of novels that were actually like almost accepted Star Wars canon for episodes. So for what would have been the stories of 7, 8, and 9. And I always retreat back to those, and I barely remember them. But I'm like, yeah, those stories were probably better and did the characters more justice than what they ended up doing, you know. Was Timothy Zahn the one who wrote the books I'm talking about? That name sounds familiar to me, and it really shouldn't, because like I don't look at a lot of Star Wars stuff besides the movies these days. But for some reason, Timothy Zahn, that sounds familiar to me. The Kmart Jaina Solo, yeah, like they did imply pretty hard that like she was Han Solo's kid or something, and then that turned out not to be true. Yeah, like you said, the first one of the trilogy was okay, and then with each subsequent one they got weirder and worse, and that was kind of how the prequels were. Like Phantom Menace was okay, and then as they kept making more, they got weirder and they got worse.
And
that was definitely what happened with the sequels. I feel like
defend this position
they could have took it in like a direction that made sense and was a good Star Wars story, but they didn't do that.
Clan Nokud.
The Thrawn trilogy, yeah, and I vaguely know who Thrawn is, but I just don't know enough. What I know of Thrawn is from like the animated series that they ran, the few animated series. I know he's a blue guy, so. What are we doing here? We're just taking people out. I feel like a lot of what hurt them when it came to making the sequels is that they had to do a big time jump. Because they wanted to have the original cast in it, but the original cast is aged out. So they wanted to have the original cast, and so they did this time jump, and it was like, yeah, you know, the time to make the sequels maybe would have been 10 or 15 years ago. Would have been an okay time to make the sequels. Then the returning characters could have like been younger versions of themselves. It probably would have been a more engaging story. They wouldn't have all had to just get killed off. Like killing off all the original characters, not really a good look. I guess Leia didn't get killed off. Spoilers if nobody has seen these movies. When they killed Han off so predictably, I mentally checked out. And then what they did to Luke, yeah, they did Luke wrong.
You are welcome at my fire. Onward.
Joe, is the Dungeon Finder tool in this? Yes, absolutely. Everything's automated in retail, man. You queue up for anything you want. Raids, dungeons, PvP. Yeah, okay, Jim, the end of Mandalorian Season 2 was so awesome. And I was so happy with what they did for Luke. That was an amazing scene, and it was incredible. And at the end of that season, I thought, oh, cool, we're going to see Luke. Luke, somehow, young Luke is going to be a character in this show, and that's going to be awesome. And then we never hear from him again. And now I didn't finish watching Mandalorian Season 3 because it just felt like garbage to me. Because of the way they totally took a diversion. They started the plot one way at the end of Season 2, and then they were like, nope. And I was like, nope, and I stopped watching it. And that's what made me realize I hate TV and movie writing, because when they're making stories for TV and they're making stories for movies, they have to like change the story and do things based on a bunch of like outside pressures, like based on what actors they want to have in their show, based on scheduling, based on writers and directors and big, you know, actors leaving. And so when they're writing stories for movies, like big movie series like the MCU or with TV shows, they can't tell the story they want. They have to tell the story that they can, the story that works for what they have. And so to me, it's like they're probably never going to be able to tell me a compelling story, because of the way their stories have to change and be so variable based on like what they can do. You saw him in the Book of Boba Fett. I didn't watch the Boba Fett series. Yeah, I mean, I saw he did like the little couple episodes in season 1 of or season 2 of Mandalorian, but besides that, I didn't watch his series. I heard okay things about it. They've lost my faith. I'll watch Andor until they break that too. But yeah, they kind of broke my faith in like Mandalorian and shows that are kind of like that. Like I'm never gonna get engaged with the story because I know at any minute the show's gonna be canceled. An actor's gonna leave, and I can't get myself into it anymore. Yeah, I mean, Star Wars isn't going to go forward. That's the thing. It's like Star Wars has been in too many different hands. Star Wars has been treated very differently now amongst the various creators. And so, like, some very specific Star Wars stuff will probably go forward, like things that are good at the time, but they're all going to die over time, you know? The best ones are going to be stories like Andor that have a finite point, and you think that they can at least tell a short story, because the shorter of a story you tell, the more likelihood is that you'll be able to finish telling the story before the show gets canceled. Or the actor leaves, you know? Or you get upset about something the actor said on social media, and now you gotta fire the actor. And so, like, to me, like, for TV and movies, like, the shorter a story you can tell, the better. Let's see, what are we doing here? I have no idea what we're doing here. We're standing on this spot that has a blue circle. No good can come to this. Wow, look what they did there. We gotta kill somebody that either isn't here or doesn't exist. Joe, yes, if we continue to play retail at all, we'll be doing dungeons, yeah. Just not today. Yeah, I'd love to fight this guy. But he's not here. And so there's not really a lot we can do about that. Maybe we can go up. Is he up? Oh, here he is. We just had to be super patient, and for some reason we had to wait like a minute and 30 seconds for him to spawn in.
Good riddance. Wait, what is that up ahead? It is Onara. Greetings. May your ancestors guide you.
Some of these I remember more than others, some of these cutscenes. I don't really remember this girl or who she is. But she looks interesting. She's clearly evil.
Almost there.
I like the bald elf look. It's an interesting look. Oh, yes. It's this scene. I don't know why. I mean, the arrow was coming at them ponderously slowly. I feel like they could have just kind of veered out of the way a little bit, like a slight movement. Like when Han Solo's like, I have some moves, and then all that happens is that the Millennium Falcon lists this way and lists that way. Like, I feel like if they had even done that, like a little Millennium Falcon list, they could have avoided that slow little harpoon, because it was moving at like 35 miles an hour, which is not very fast.
You are welcome at my fire.
Kanamotra.
Alright, what is this? Oh, the green dragon's found. Okay, let's go find the green dragons.
Yes, Coraleth forced
That is a
Onara to
pretty
bless
skybox
Balakar.
though, isn't it? The
He
game is
drew
so
the
beautiful,
horde
like
to
there's
lure
so
the
many reasons
dragons
why I
into a
want to
trap.
love retail, but then there's so many points of friction and things that I simply bounce off of. I feel like it's like maybe if I keep at it, you know, I'll get used to the things that rub me the wrong way. I'll build up calluses for the friction the game gives off, and I'll be able to enjoy the things that I want to enjoy. I have to hope that like maybe that will happen eventually. As I keep at it. Joe, neither have I, man. The last time I did a lot of dungeons in retail would have been Legion, probably. If we're talking about 5-mans, when they introduced Mythic dungeons, that was the end of 5-man content for me. Because I effing hate me a time trial. There's really nothing I hate more than a game telling me that I need to be going as fast as I possibly can. I find that incredibly annoying and heinous. I always wanted Mythic to be just like a really, really hard 5-man where you had to clear everything, kill every mob, clear every boss, and it was just going to be really, really hard, and you'd have to use CC and all of your tools. That's what the Mythic that I would design, but since they lean so hard into Mythic 5-mans, I stopped engaging in Legion with 5-man content. So, yeah. Jim, did I see Asmon's video on the trader post data mine? No, I haven't watched this video yet. I saw the screenshots that were data mined, and it looked like just like the coins with the number value of coins. What I didn't see like a monetary value next to a picture of a coin. And so like, I have no doubt Activision wants to sell those for real life money. No doubt they probably do. I hope that they kind of read the room and they have a chance to pivot. And what they could do was they could sell trading post coins for an in-game resource, like maybe one of those stupid crests we were talking about earlier. Maybe there's an in-game resource that people who have been playing a lot of Dragonflight just have too much of. And maybe they could sell trading post coins in excess for trading in that in-game resource. And I really hope that Blizzard pivots into something like that. And at this point, they don't even ever have to tell us that they were really planning to sell it for money, because we have not seen any proof of that. So at this point, Blizzard can come in and say, oh, no, you thought we were going to sell it for money? No, look, we're going to let you trade in this in-game resource to get more coins if you don't need that in-game resource for other things. So they have a chance to, like, pivot. Will they do that? I don't think so. It's Activision, so yeah, so not only will they have a cash shop where you can buy cosmetics and mounts, on their cash shop, they're going to sell you a currency to use in the in-game mount and tracks. That's the weird part for me. It's like doubling down in this very strange, like, convoluted manner. And that's part of what makes me think like maybe that's not what the plan is. So what would you do? You would go on the in-game store and you'd purchase bundles of trading post coins by swiping your credit card. And then you'd log in and go to the trading post where you would then buy cosmetics and mounts. It's like, why not just put all the cosmetics and mounts on the cash shop? It's like, but then I'm like, well, that is doubling down, so maybe that is something Activision would do, you know? It just seems weird to me, and I just hope that they pivot from Bobby needs more gold plates on the boats he does have. That's the main thing. But yeah, we'll have to see, and it really sucks because they're doing a lot of really cool things with retail right now. They're adding so much content to the game, and it's clear that the developers themselves are working really hard. And it's really easy for a corporation to come in and basically ruin all the good faith that the developers have built by saying, hey, another way to monetize you. Because people hate that, it seems. People hate being monetized. Yeah, the WoW cash shop is extremely expensive in comparison to other games too. All of Activision's cash shops are extremely expensive, but a lot of other games are expensive too. Bellular had a good video comparing a bunch of different cash shops to like the Diablo cash shop. So if you take a look at that, you'll see that there are cash shops for many games like Valorant, pretty expensive cash shop. So yeah, they're all incredibly expensive, and like the amount of money that they value these skins at is heinous. Like I don't think a skin is worth any real life money personally, but it's definitely not worth $15, $20, $25, you know. Yeah, Jim, there are some good stories, but a lot of times you gotta dig for them. Somebody pointed out like the blue Dragonflight quest, like if you don't know where to pick that up and you don't know how to get to it, the game doesn't really guide you to it. So they got a lot of little gems hidden, but I don't think a lot of people find the little gems, honestly. So yeah, my plan going forward is I might stream this a couple more times leveling, but I think I might just finish the leveling process maybe as the immersive series. I might just finish it as a recorded series, leveling him up, and then jump back on him once we're at max level and do some streams with the endgame stuff, because the endgame stuff is where I really need people's help in like explaining what we should be doing at endgame. So that's kind of my plan going forward. Yeah, I think I'll finish the leveling. And it won't take much just to finish the leveling. I'll finish the leveling. I'll upload those as just the old school videos, I think. And then maybe we'll check out retail in a stream once I'm at endgame, and maybe I can get some help with understanding some stuff, because yeah, I think that'll probably be better for this one. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate everybody coming and hanging out tonight. The Tauren Warrior. Yeah, I wish I was more into Wrath of the Lich King, because I've just kind of fallen out of it. And the biggest problem for me is, like, I did all the content back when Wrath came out. I did all the raids, I farmed all the gear. I had a great guild, they were all great people, I had a lot of fun. And I lost ambition to try to recreate that experience. But yeah. Thank you guys, though. I'm going to end things here. I'm on here a little bit later than I expected to be, so that's awesome. I had a good time despite like some of my complaining about retail. So I'm gonna get this character to max, and we'll be back on him again at some point. Thank you guys again for being here. I truly appreciate you all, and until next time, take care of yourselves out there in the real world, and take care of each other. And we will see you back here again very soon. Bye for now.